What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be doing episode number, I believe, 38 of I Build Your Team series, where I build my viewers' teams into the best teams possible for my team Unlimited and/or competitive play, based on how much NT they have and what their squads are currently looking like. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Tons of consistent daily My Team content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. So, episode number 38. First team comes in from I'm Milo. Says he's no money spent apart from the Pro Pass and he never gets picked for these. So, I want to start this video just by saying the reason that I don't pick super duper god squads most of the time for I Build Your Teams is because there's not a lot I can really recommend. You know what I mean? Because I look at this team and I go, what can I recommend, honestly? Especially in a gambling system, which is what we have now. I'm going to look at the squad and I'm going to go, your starting lineup is insane. I really realistically can't help that much, right? Your bench is very, very good. It's not quite as elite. Like, if you wanted to make a theoretical upgrade, I could probably come up with a couple of small cards you could upgrade that would be slight upgrades. Like LeBron at the 3 is still absolutely amazing, but a Dark Matter Kyle Kuzma who's grindable is going to be better. You can go grind Kuzma, he's better. I personally think a Mo Bamba is going to be better than a Joel Embiid at the center position, personally. Like, I think buying him might be a better upgrade, but to be fair, he costs MT. That Embiid is unsellable, so, like, do you really want to do that? And I understand if the answer is no, but the problem is, that's my point with these types of teams. There's just not a lot I can change, especially with the way the gambling system is now. Excuse me. It's just hard for me to, I don't know. At the end of the day, that's why, realistically, you've probably never gotten picked, is because your team is very, very good. But I picked it today, and Kyle Kuzma would be my recommendation. Go grind him. Outside of that, a guy like Mo Bamba as a backup big viable would probably be the only other real upgrade that I can see right now. Excuse me. Now, second squad comes in from Jabari Season. Says he's no money spent with just the Pro Pass. That's not no money spent. It's low money spent, but that's okay. A lot of people say that, and it's like, I get your point. You're not spending money on the game, but you are spending money. You're not no money spent. You're not spending a lot of money, and that's good. And I honestly think the Pro Pass is fine to buy, especially if you want to. But I'm not going to judge. Me personally, I'm going to judge you at this point if you're buying packs. If you buy the Pro Pass, I'm not going to be too mad at you personally. But that's just, again, my opinion. So, I don't know. Anyways, this squad is good, but he needs a backup shooting guard, backup small forward. Again, Kyle Kuzma is going to be your best option as a backup shooting or small forward, especially because he's free. RJ Barrett is probably better than Chris Middleton, in my opinion, at the backup too. But if you like Middleton more, I'm not going to sit here and say that you can't use Chris Middleton, because I think he is also very, very good. I just think RJ Barrett's probably a little better personally. But again, this type of team is like, Kuzma's your main upgrade, but outside of that, like, what else are you going to do right now? Mikan probably makes your team better. You slide him to the backup 4, or Bamba to the backup 5, probably, or actually probably start Mikan at the 4, Mecca backup 4, and then Bamba starting or backup 5. I don't know. That's probably more the direction that I would go personally, though. But anyway, again, I like this team. I don't think it's bad at all, and doesn't need significant changes. Next squad, it's for Mello Capalot. Says he needs a direction to go. He can grind MT, so he needs help updating the squad. Well, you look at this team, and the Polar Bear in Arlington, Texas, for sure, is that Shaquille O'Neal card, quite simply because of his release. Outside of that, I mean, I actually don't hate that Livingston card as a backup point. As a backup point guard, he's really tall and he's got a smooth release, and I think he actually moves okay-ish. There might be a couple of slightly better options that you could get, but again, you have 8,000 AT, and I think your biggest need for upgrade for sure would definitely be that power forward position. So here's the question: how do you upgrade the power forward position right now? And honestly, there's no like immediate right now way to upgrade it. I will say Mo Bamba is better than Shaq at power forward, in my opinion, for sure. So that's a no-brainer right there, is to do that. But outside of starting Mo Bamba, who's your backup power forward going to be? The answer is right now there's not really that perfect card. Now, is Tyson Chandler still available? I'm actually not certain. If Tyson Chandler's available, he might be the guy that I would recommend going out and getting, just because I think affordability wise, he's going to be, or considering he's free, I should say, he's probably your best option, considering he's definitely better than Shaq. Much better release, all that type of stuff. That's who I'd target if he's still available, but I'm not actually entirely sure, I should say, if he is still available, even for free. So, I mean, as a whole, that power forward position is going to be where you need to upgrade. I just don't know right now if there's that great option for you to upgrade that position today. Next, we got Craig List-Tiered. Craig is tired. I can't read. Wow. Craig is tired. 500K, no money spent. Besides Shay doesn't know how to get. So there's another person who is no money spent besides Pro Pass. I will say, this team will be helped by a point guard Jokic. So if you were to get to level 40 and get him, I know that's the pro pass again, but that would not hurt. Mikan is better than Tyler Hansbrough, in my opinion. I honestly think he might be better than Bol Bol, but he's real close if he's not. Like, I think Bol Bol and Mikan should be your power forwards, and then Artis and Tyson at centers. Backup shooting guard is a little weak. Like, Korver's got a great release. He's very, very glitchy as a shooter still, but you have RJ Barrett as well. So it's like, do you want to, I don't know. When you look at a team like this, my honest opinion right now might be that it might be worth locking in the set. Because I think Herb Jones is better than Kuzma, personally. Or, sorry, not Kuzma, Korver. I think Herb Jones was better than Korver. So for me personally, that might be a small upgrade there. The other guys who are the Opals probably don't make your team, although I think Eddie Jones and Kobe White are actually a pretty close discussion right now. But as a whole, this team's not bad. And I think if you lock in the set and you get Lonzo, or you get even Jaylen Brown would be an upgrade, or definitely Yao. I think if you get any of those guys, that helps your team out. And as a whole, this squad is not looking too bad whatsoever. 2 more teams today. We got 80K for Element. Says he needs better backups. He does. His bench is weak. This looks like a team that has recently come back to playing. Honestly, your best point guard is Sohan right now, in my opinion. I think it's definitely your best point guard. You're only level 12. So what other point guards can we get? Like, De'Aaron Fox is a good short point guard, but I don't think he's unbelievably elite as an overall card, although he's fine right now. I like Tobias Harris as a shooter at the 3, but not defensively really, although he's not horrible. That Tobias Harris card isn't bad. Honestly, 80K is not a ton of MT. So my recommendation right now would be to, number 1, go grind the best free card that is currently available, which is going to be Kyle Kuzma. So you go get Kyle Kuzma, and that's an upgrade at the center position. Not to mention, that does get you Doug Christie and Damian Lillard as well. Both of those guys might have a spot in your lineup. Like, I think Dame is probably better than De'Aaron Fox, and I think Doug Christie is too, honestly. So between Sohan, Dame, and Doug Christie, you can kind of pick between those 3 guys which 2 you like the most, and then you can have Kuzma slide into your 3, bring Tobias Harris off the bench. It'll help your point guard position a bit, and then it'll also help you make some more MT, because you need to make some more MT so that you can go out and buy a card next week, whether that winds up being a center like an Artis Gilmore, that's another upgrade over a Wemby, or it winds up being a player that comes out this week as a player, market player, or whatever. And then obviously we're getting a bunch of free content this week as well, which I think is definitely worth talking about and reminding y'all about. So that will be, I think, a good way to hopefully upgrade some squads as well. But the final team in today's video is going to be Tim, 260K and T, is wondering if he should lock in the Eclipse set for a chance at Kristaps or save until guaranteed gold packs drop. Now, I actually don't think you do either of those things personally. I think you spend, here's the honest truth. I would grind out, for this team specifically, I would grind out the deluxe pack that they dropped this week, which is, for this week's drop, the Ignite Deluxe pack. You grind that pack out, get one of the Ignite Opals, and then probably, honestly, you're going to be pretty close-ish at that point, or you can get pretty close to locking in the set with MT. And if you can lock in the set with MT, like, you can get I don't know. It's the best way to help this team right now, I feel like. Because Yao would be a huge upgrade, and then the other Dark Matters are all going to help your team as well. Although I feel like Lonzo fits, while Lonzo would be an upgrade, he's not like the biggest upgrade he could be. I don't know. This is tough with a team like this, because you have a really okay team, but not the best of the best. I guess, honestly, the other option would just be to buy a card. Like, I guess Mo Bamba, you could buy him. My thought is saving and locking in the set, though, realistically, is my best bet right now, unless you just want to buy a couple of Opals. Like, but Herb Jones is in the set already, you know what I mean? You could buy Herb Jones and Boban. Those cards probably upgrade your team. I just don't like that Patrick Ewing card very much, nor do I like Paul Pierce. I think those are your 2 weakest spots right now for sure, and the areas in which you need to prioritize upgrading. Again, maybe grinding for, you know what, just go get Kuzma, honestly. Put Kuzma at the 3, Dr. J back at 2, that solves that issue. Then your only issue is the 5. You can buy Mo Bamba and then save the rest of your MT, and I think you're fine. Unless you actually like Ewing, in which case you could just continue to use Ewing as well. That's also an option. But regardless, hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully this video does help y'all out. And if so, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.